just tuned in, you're watching the Praise Show. That was the one and only Bishop Marvin Sapp singing I Never Would Have Made It. Bishop, I've known Marvin a long time.
Very long,
yeah.
very long. We were the same age.
Yes.
Everybody know that too.
But I did grow up listening to your music back in my college days. You've been doing it a very long time.
Almost 30 years now.
30 years.
Yeah, it's amazing. Almost 30 years.
I think I know what the answer is, but I'm going to ask you, what do you credit, I know Jesus, but what do you credit the longevity of the relevance of your music and who you are in your ministry today?
I think the reason why my music remains relevant is because of the messaging.
Yeah.
I've always been the type of individual that whenever I did records, I want to make sure that the music that I did, that lyrically it was sound.
Yeah.
Musically funky, but lyrically sound. Lyrically sound. So
musically funky.
Funky but churchy. I believe in that. Yeah, funky but churchy. But it's the lyrical content is what really makes the difference. And I mean, like even the song I just sung, Never Would Have Made It. I believe that the reason why it resonates with so many different people is because all of us have had Never Would Have Made It moments. So it's
I read somewhere that even somebody like Holly Berry took to that song, and that song helped somebody like that.
Yeah, man, it's amazing to me, how that song has blessed so many different individuals. And the truth of the matter is, it almost didn't come out.
Yeah.
Because
Talk about that a little bit.
Okay, well, I buried my father, and the Sunday after I buried my dad, I just came in church. And we usually close with this up-tempo song, praise and worship, entitled I'll Praise You. But this Sunday, I just stood up with tears rolling down my face, and I started singing those words. I never would have made it, never could have made it without you. I'd have lost it all. Now I see how you've been there for me. After this, I'm going to be strong, I'm going to be wise, I'm going to be better. And God gave it to me, for me. And I really felt like he gave it to me on that Sunday morning for me. So I was singing around the house. I was singing at Bible study. I was singing it, trying to encourage myself because, my father was my hero. And so it came time for to record this record called Thirsty. And my wife was like, Melinda was like, God rest her soul. She was adamant, baby, you got to put this on your record. I said, no, I can't put it on my record because it's not a whole song. I said, it's never would have, never could have, stronger, wiser, better. That's the whole song. I said, I can't do it. She kept bugging, baby, I'm telling you, you got to put it on there. Wow. So I actually went in the studio. I wrote 2 verses and a bridge. Wow. To Never Would Have Made It. And I let her hear it. She said, you done took the oil off of it. The oil's gone. So, I mean, up until the day of the recording, she kept nagging me. And in order to appease her, because she was not only my wife, but she was my partner in music ministry, and she managed my career and did all the other stuff. In order to appease her, I put Never Would Have Made It in a medley of songs at the end of the record. Okay. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to attach it to the end of the record just so you be happy, okay? She said, I'm telling you, baby, this is the best decision you could ever make. Well, I thank God that I listened to her.
I was going to say, do you know the numbers? How many?
Yeah. I mean, we sold over like 4 million, copies of Never Would Have Made It. So it's amazing. It's helping me put my kids through college. Hallelujah.
Hey, listen, the show is titled Grace Tonight. It's all about the grace of God. When I say the grace of God, what resonates with you when I say that?
When I hear the grace of God, I immediately hear the unmerited favor of God. How we as individuals deserved one thing. But the reality is God made a decision not to give us what we deserve. And when I look over my life, the fact that I'm up here today, the fact that I'm sitting here today, the fact that I'm able to sing to millions and millions of people, the reality is that this is not a position that I deserve. It's not something that I should be able to do just simply based upon my life in general. There are things that we do publicly, and then there are things that we do behind closed doors. God pays attention to everything. And he knows everything. And even though he still knows everything, he still allows us to graciously serve him. And he uses us even though we're frail individuals. So I never take for granted the fact that God's grace is so amazing. Because, the songwriter said it like this, and I can close with this. I'm just grateful that he looked beyond my faults and saw me at the point of my need.
Somebody clap your hands and give him praise. It's always
some time for
David,
somebody else.
David, now, you and Tam go come out here and do what y'all
Well,
need
no,
to do.
I didn't know when to come out.
You just came out.
Look, they standing up, all right, so they know.
people in the audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, David Mann.
I was in the back like, do I go now? Do I go yet? Because he got y'all here crying. Because I know I never should have made it.
Listen, all right, Bishop, I'm sorry.
I'm going to let y'all handle this,
okay,
man.
All right,
You don't have to go.
This is yours.
No.
one more time, make some
I'm
noise
outta
for Marvin
here.
Sapp. Love you, sir.
Bishop Marvin Sapp.
All right, come on, David, sit down.
You didn't have to go.
I see your gold shoes.
I'm going to click my
Y'all
heels
sit down,
together.
sit down.
Hello. How y'all doing?
Okay, let me give you a proper introduction.
Oh, because I did just walk out here, didn't I?
Yeah, you took over.
I will take over.
David, y'all may not know this, but David is an author. He is a recording artist. He's a comedian and an actor. All right, make some noise for David Mann. How you doing, sir?